Hello and welcome to Parents Guide to Games. Here are the games coming out the week of October 2nd, 2018. The first game on our list is Astro Rescue Mission. This is coming out on PlayStation VR. The rating is everyone 10 and up. The content descriptions are crude humor and fantasy violence. This is a VR action adventure game which players help a small robot rescue his robot friends. Players traverse fantasy worlds, collect coins, and battle alien creatures along the way. Players punch enemies and use various tools to defeat enemy characters. Enemies generally disappear off screen when defeated. Boss battles depict more proactive, frantic combat and accompanied by cries of pain, large explosions, and screen-shattering effects. The game also contains an instance of bathroom humor, a giant creature leaving a bird dropping on the screen, obscuring players' view. Next up is Forza Horizon 4. This is going on Xbox One and PC. The rating is everyone. This is a racing simulation game where players drive real-world cars in a fictional Horizon festival in England, Wales, and Scotland. Players can earn influence points completing events and challenges to unlock additional venues and activities. Now let's take a look at Fists of the North Star Lost Paradise. This is coming out on PlayStation 4. The rating is mature. The content descriptions are blood and gore, intense violence, strong language, and suggestive themes. This is an action game which players assume the role of Kinjiro, a martial artist traveling through the post-apocalyptic wasteland. From a first or third person perspective, players explore cities, interact with characters, and engage in melee style combat with thugs and gang members. Players use punches and kicks to kill human enemies, resulting in large blood splatter effects. Players can also perform finishing attacks that depict a close action camera angles of enemies being decapitated. A handful of sequences depict additional acts of violence and or gore, a hole appearing through a man's chest after being shot, a man chopped in the head with a sword, a man falling apart into body chunks. The game contains suggestive material, close-up camera angles of women's breast or cleavage with dialogue, a raunchy book inventory item described as a book full of sexy pictures. Swear words are heard in the game. Now let's power up with Mega Man 11. This is coming on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The rating is everyone 10 and up. The content descriptions are cartoon violence. This is an action platformer which players control Mega Man as he jumps and shoots his way through futuristic side-scrolling levels. Players use arm cannon and robotic upgrades to kill enemies in frantic combat. Players can engage in more proactive boss battles at the end of levels. Battles are often frantic and accompanied by large explosions, laser fire, and screen-shattering effects. And the last game on today's list is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This is coming out PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The rating is mature. The content are blood and gore, intense violence, sexual themes, and strong language. This is an action-adventure game which players assume the role of Alexis or Cassandra, mercenaries on a quest for vengeance. Players explore an open-world environment in ancient Greece. They interact with characters, infiltrate enemy bases and strongholds, and kill human enemies. Players use swords, spears, bows to kill enemy soldiers and bandits in melee-style combat. Players also use stealth attacks to dispatch enemies discreetly. Large blood splatter effects occur when enemies are killed. A handful of cutscenes depict more intense active violence and gore. Characters stabbed through the head and neck with bladed weapons. Young characters thrown off a cliff. A man mauled by a mob as his arm gets thrown into the air. Some environments depict severed limbs and dismembered corpses on the ground. The game contains some instances of sexual material. Characters kissing or caressing before the screen fades to black. Dialogue referring to sex and prostitution, and a character hearing sexual moaning sounds behind a door. Swear words are heard in the game.
Thank you to bensound.com for the music track. You can also follow Parents Guide to Games on Twitter at ParentsG2G, on Facebook at Parents Guide to Games. You can check out our daily blog at parentsg2g.blogspot.com, and also email us with questions and concerns at parentsg2g@gmail.com. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.